Any of you kids want to see a dead body? Oh! Hello everyone, welcome back to the victory lap of Lothric. I told a little white lie at the end of the last part. I said we were going to pick up where we left off in the Cathedral of the Deep. But first, I thought we'd carry on with Jarl of Londor's questline. And I've had to throw myself off a bridge several times to allow him to draw out my true strength.
Of Ash.
And this should be my final turn.
Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
My true strength. Right, what we're going to do... Let's just go for... let's go for a bit more vitality. Yeah. So now he's going to offer us to draw it out again, however...
You have attained ample strength. All will soon be clear, my good lord.
Well, that's very cryptic, Jarl. Thank you for the 5 free levels and making me look like a used piece of toilet paper. Well, we're still going to carry on being the third exile of Farron for the time being. Don't worry, we've got a new build on the way after we've finished up with the Cathedral of the Deep. I'll swap over and we'll try some new hot fashion. So we've got our 5 dark sigils now from old Yoli boy there, and once we return back to Firelink Shrine, unfortunately Yol will no longer be in the land of the living. But enough about that. Let's continue with the Cathedral of the Deep. Right. Alright. Sorry, Gale. Yes, I will talk to you. I promise. Right. Now, we're back at the Cathedral. Let's ember up. Stick on the good old dried finger. Let's fucking hit the legs. Right, so last time we were tricked by that bastard Patches. And he set us a very shitty ambush. And pushed us down with the giant. So now we're going to have to find Patches and even the score. Hello there. Remember me? I've got a... Where are you? Here we go. Get my crossbow equipped. Gonna need that. Right, so yeah, so we're gonna go find Patches and have a little quiet word with him and say, you know what, Patches, in this day... Oh, here we go. We've got our first invader. Pit of Astoria. Nice lore appropriate name. Quite enjoy that. Right. I'm not sure where... Oh, yeah, and we got our deep ring. We'll read the deep ring momentarily once the invader situation has been dealt with. Oh shit. Right. Presume the invader's going to have invaded down by the bonfire, so he's going to be making our way up to us quite soon. Where are you? Hiya! Well, I didn't kill you. So we've got these very familiar hollows here. We've got the Great Axe Dude and Halberd Guy. Very familiar to the hollows that we found in Lothric Castle. Wielding the same weapons, and, you know, they've got the same character model, except they're wearing a priest's robe. So that's a link between Lothric and the Cathedral of the Deep. And we've already encountered a... one of the cathedral knights in the centre of the cathedral, and when we get some of their equipment and we read their equipment, we find out that they were sent by the old king of Lothric, presumably Osiris. So that's another link. Arbalist, excellent crossbow. I use that on my solid 90 strength guy. Oop, okay, don't want to be locking onto these guys over here. Oop, Throlax. Oh fuck, he fell off. Nervous about where this invader's going to be. Oh, was that him there? Did I see a flash of red? No. Right, I suppose we're just going to have to make as much time as we can. Pale Tongue. Don't think there's any particular lore significance to that that location. I mean, it's being overlooked by a thrall there, but I think that's just to indicate to the player that you're heading in the right direction for finding the Invader Covenant. Fingers of Rosaria. God, I hope he's not camping up here. That's going to be a bitch if he is. Right. Best way to deal with these chaps is to just cheese the fuck out of them. So, get their aggro. Oh, don't get hit by their massive bugs. Panic roll away. And then you kite them onto these banisters. And because they got such crappy tracking when they're running, they will very often fling themselves off the edge. Come on, come and get me. Oh, I think that thrall just dropped to his death. Alright, let's just go get the blessed gem. We don't really have to kill these guys, to be honest. Though if you want the heavy crossbow, you have to farm that guy at the end. And take that from me. You take it from me. You do not want to spend your time farming for that weapon. It's a good weapon and it's good fashion, but it's really not worth the effort. Right, let's alright, fuck these guys. I don't want to. Oh, almost threw myself off. There's no point in trying to kill them. Let's just go down. Oh fuck. Yep, okay. Down we go. Oh shit. Come on, boys. Alright, please don't plunge me, please don't plunge me. There we find our first, well, not the first maggot man, but he's firing. Let's have a look. Saint Bidence. So when we find the Bident in a little bit, we'll go and kill the other giant. He's firing what looks like ethereal versions of the cleric's weapon. The Saint's Bident. Right, hello, you. You have any items? No. Hello, I recognise you. Remember over there? Yes, I remember.
Huh? Yes, hello. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Just gonna have a sip of me coffee.
I'm Patches. Unbreakable Patches. You seem to be unkindled. Do you have business with me?
Yes, I most certainly do have business with you, Patches.
Ah, oh, yes, of course. It's coming back to me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my hand, as you know. But the deed, well, that was the armor's doing. Regrettable, truly. But behold, I'm stripped clean of that unruly attire. And look at you. Not a scratch. All's well that ends well, right? Yes, we'll be fine. I can tell. It's that rotten curse. It is. The untidy mess.
Oh, Patches. You are so adorable. Oh, I guess we forgive you.
Oh, yes. Now, it wasn't me, but you still deserve an apology. Just a little trinket. Go ahead. It's yours now.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Patches. All is forgiven until the next time you fucking betray me.
You should know, I'm a kind of travelling merchant. If you're as unkindled as you look, you'll find plenty of good stuff.
Right, so what have you got to sell for us, Patches? I fucking love Patches. Like, in the entire Souls series, he is the best fucking character, and I love that he recurs in every single Souls game. And I love the Ring City sort of Lapp is Patches story. I know a lot of people were like, oh, you know, it could be. Oh shit!
Can't find any.
Here we go, boys. Hello, you found me. Oh, okay, so this guy's good. Staggered on once with the greatsword. Oh, not running R1. Okay. Oh, hello. Fuck me. Oh god, this guy's good. Oh. Right, I'm sorry, mate. I'm gonna have to. Gotards as well. Right. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this guy. He's obviously quite proficient at 1v1s. Oh, I can't do shit against him. I can't, I literally cannot do shit. Oh dear, I think this is going to be the end. Yep. Yeah, dead. GG. I couldn't fucking touch that guy. He's a duelist, obviously. He knew his spacing. Right. That was a shame. I wish... it's so difficult fighting people like that. I mean, he was very, very good. I don't think there's anything more to say about it than that. He fucking schooled me. He took me to town. He was obviously a duelist. He was doing the whole run aroundy passive play, and when I whiffed he would go in and punish, so GG that guy. I'm not salty at all. Why would I be salty? Right. Oh, drive finger on again. This is going to be a terrible idea. I'm probably going to get him again. Oh shit, I wanted those souls. Alright, let's send this back actually. Maybe if we get an invader, he won't twig that that's where I've gone. It's a nice little trick actually, if you want to throw invaders off your trail. Send elevators back down. Leave enemies alive. Thanks. Right, I think we're just gonna storm past these guys. Right. Ow. Need those souls. Patches has got some valuable shit to sell. No, 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 come on. Right. Patches.
Oh, yeah, can't resist it.
What have you got to sell? Right, so he's got some good shit and he's got some crap shit. So he's got red bug pellets, which I think we've read before, prepared by the in the Cathedral of the Deep by the evangelists, who dole them out to followers to ease their suffering whilst they burn. Black fire bombs, very very good. If you're a strength build, always carry some black fire bombs. Human pine resin, one of the better resins. Alluring skulls, good. Rusted coins are good. And he sells rubbish at 200 souls a pop. So, if you ever want to use... Actually, that's quite fitting with his character, actually. You can use rubbish, drop rubbish as items in another player's world in order to distract them or, you know, force push them off a ledge or something. Or kick them off a ledge. That's very like Patches, so if that makes sense. And interestingly, he's got the parrying dagger and two show tools, which were the chosen weapons of Lautrec of Kareem. And it's interesting that he has them, given that they... I think Lautrec he says in Dark Souls 1 that he really doesn't like Patches. He doesn't trust him. So maybe Patches got the better of him. he stripped the weapons off his corpse, who knows. So we can get Patches' signature wing spear, his black leather set, and the Katarina set as well. How very interesting, Patches. What are you doing with all this Katarina armour? Oh bugger, I haven't got enough souls. So I want to sell these bug pellets. Don't need them. What else can I flog? No. Oh, one spare halberd. A spare knight's crossbow. Yeah. And one ring of sacrifice. Not going to need those. Right, let's... Oh, still not quite enough. Right, okay. What else can I sell? I've got shitloads of fire bombs I'm not going to use. Oh, but I can only sell the 19 that I've got on my person. That is so annoying. Oh, bugger. Alright, rotten pine resin, don't need that. I can always buy some of them, more of them later. 20 cracked red eye orbs. We're going to get the whole red eye orb soon, so we don't need them. What else? Don't sell any spells. Yeah, I'm getting rid of broken straight sword. Sell all my all my prism stones. Yeah, alright. I don't think we need the pierce shield particularly to carry on Sigurd's questline, so I think that should be enough. Alright, thank you, Patches.
Thanks, sweetie.
You know, thank you. Let's pull this over. Interesting. I'm not sure how he manages to drop the little bridge over there, given that the fucking lever for it is over here. Very interesting. Right. Still no sign of Mr. Invader, so that's good news. Ooh, look, all these maggoty worm dudes hanging from the ceiling and lurking outside of this room. I wonder why. I wonder what you guys are up to. Hiya! See if I can one-shot them with this. Yeah. Good shit, man. I want for days. There we go. Right, this is an interesting little, just a little sort of tidbit, little secret Easter egg. This guy is non-hostile. He won't attack you. I think even if you attack him, that's... Yeah, even if you attack him, he won't attack you back. Because he is honourable. He has very much honourable. And because he is honourable, he's carrying the red sign soapstone. And these are used by invaders who want to earn their tongues by an honourable duel. Such as it is. Be summoned to another world as a dark spirit and defeat the host of embers to gain strength of fire. Not all dark spirits are unsporting, or they wouldn't make use of this soapstone. So this item tells you that these guys were once invaders. They were working for Rosaria as one of Rosaria's fingers, and we find out later that the more you try and level up with Rosaria, and like if you try and rebirth yourself too many times, you will eventually turn into one of these man grubs. So that man grub over there, who gave us the red sign soapstone, was obviously a dark spirit who liked to earn his tongues by dueling, which I think is very sweet. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of other shit as well, didn't we? That's got the deep ring, didn't we? A ring bestowed upon deacons of the Cathedral of the Deep allows attunement of additional spells. In the cathedral slumber things most terrible, and as such the deacons require a grand narrative to ensure they do not falter in their duty, a philosophy to ward away the madness beckoned by the grotesqueries at hand. Very interesting item. I'm trying to make out what that design is on the front of it. I can't really. Doesn't look all that familiar. So yes. So the deacons will lie to themselves about you know, their duty here and the nature of the deep. They will turn a blind eye to the madness and grotesqueries at hand in order to further Aldrich's narrative, I suppose. Right, Rosaria. It's Guinevere. Guinevere. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I think it's Guinevere. Honestly, yeah. Knight of Thorns set. I think this is Guinevere. I mean, like with lots of the other characters, it doesn't really matter whether it is Guinevere or whether it's either Guinevere or it's a daughter of Guinevere. And you can see streaks of gold in her hair. I've never seen anyone point that out when talking about Rosaria. Her hair is black, not unlike Velka, potentially, but there are streaks of gold in her hair. And obviously we knew that Guinevere had bright golden hair, at least from the illusion of her in Anor Londo that we found. And what she's doing in the Cathedral of the Deep is an interesting question. It seems to me that this cathedral was because this cathedral was a Way of White cathedral. Perhaps that she was the deity that resided in this whilst it was a Way of White cathedral, but when it became corrupted by the Deep, she was, I don't know, locked away to keep her safe, or, you know, to imprison her, and she formed the Rosaria's Fingers Covenant to sort of... Their followers hunt for tongues to give to her because she's speechless, because she doesn't have a tongue, and it says that it was her son that cut out her tongue and she awaits his return. So lots of interesting stuff about Rosaria. I'm pretty convinced that this is in fact Guinevere. I think mostly because of the hair, and obviously from the soul that we get, we can transpose it into Soothing Sunlight, which is Guinevere's. No, I don't want to look at the dead person. Yeah, we transpose it into Soothing Sunlight, which is a miracle of Guinevere. Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth. go on then. We won't give her any tongues because that'll fuck up Sirius's quest. In fact, I'm pretty sure I read in one of the patch notes when this game was still being updated, they changed it so you could actually change your appearance and change your stats, and it won't fuck up Sirius's quest line. And the only way to fuck up the quest line is to actually offer a Pale Tongue to level up in the Covenant. I'm not entirely sure. So thank you, Rosaria. We shall certainly be seeing you again. Did you see her feet? She's cradling one of the man grubs. This one's a particularly large man grub, and why she has taken this one under her arm to sort of cradle it sort of signifies that this one has special kind of significance. Or, I don't know. Why would she cradle this particular man grub? You can certainly see her chest like Guinevere. So interesting. I would love to know who this is. I mean, like I said, it's either gorgeous view and then gorgeous view. What of a slug's anus? Lovely. Yeah, it's either Guinevere or it is a relation of Guinevere. And it kind of works out the same either way. You see all these cradles hanging up and lining the walls. Obviously, she's the mother of rebirth, children, all that good shit. Right. Okay. So now we've met Rosaria. We've got the Rosaria's Fingers Covenant. Let's give that a read. Sacred Seal of Archdeacon Klimt, who served Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth, equipped to pledge oneself to Rosaria's Fingers Covenant. Rosaria's fingers collect tongues in her name. Some do it to be reborn, others do it to help comfort their voiceless goddess. So this gives us lots of good information. So Sacred Seal of Archdeacon Klimt, who served Rosaria. So it seems what I was saying was true, that before this cathedral was corrupted and the Deep became a terrible place, this was a cathedral for Rosaria. Maybe, you see all those crying women statues? Fucking lore discovery, boys. You see all those crying women statues, and the ones that I pointed out, the one I pointed out at the beginning that's been covered by the plinth of the deacons on, and we'll find some more later. In fact, they're over there. Let's kill these dudes and see if we can see them. So many slugs. I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so yeah, this was very likely a cathedral honouring Rosaria, or whoever Rosaria was. See that thing in the middle that's been covered by a red robe? That's the same statue that we saw at the beginning. Could be that those people, those statues with the big growths on their backs, maybe that's them, people being rebirthed by Rosaria, who eventually turn into man grubs. Oh, so fucking interesting. That would make so much sense. That would make, if this was a cathedral honouring worshipping Rosaria, or whoever Rosaria was, there'd be statues of her all around, obviously. And maybe there's statues of the grotesqueries, the people turning to man grubs and then being rebirthed. That is so fucking interesting. Call fucking Varty. Oh, he'd appreciate this. Right. Okay. Great. What else? There was another extra line that was interesting. What was it? Collect tongues in her name. Some do it to be reborn. Others do it to help comfort their voiceless goddess. So yeah, it's telling her she can't speak, she doesn't have a tongue herself. So some do it because they love their waifu, and some do it just because they want something from her. Right. What can we do? Alright, we can kill the giant actually. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, fucking shortcut, boys. Right, let's go kill this giant because there's some good shit kicking around there, and then after that we can go and deal with the deacons of the deep. Why do you have a knockdown attack? You're a thrall. Stop it. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Right. Oh yes, we do have the brigand twin daggers still. Fuck yeah. Yeah! I knew levelling this weapon up was a good idea. Right. Let's get close and then we'll go for the club. Right. Right. Let's use bundles. Let's get this giant out of the way really quickly. It's interesting. We kind of we could just say this, you know, use the excuse it's a video game, but how the fuck do these giants get in here, given that there are no giant-shaped entrances to this fucking cathedral? And this guy's absolutely massive, like gargantuan. Even as fucking giants go, even the giants in Dark Souls 2 weren't that big. Right. More bodies. A maiden scent. So relics of the Way of White. Of course, relics of the Way of White. Why wouldn't there be? White hood worn by travelling maidens, part of their formal attire, regardless of rank. It is soft and well made, but ill-suited for battle. I think that's all the lore on that. Yeah, it's all pretty similar. So yeah, I can't remember her name now. Bugger. All I can think of. Well, Arena, obviously, of Karim. She wears those robes, and she is a nun from the Way of White. So again, this links Cathedral back to the Way of White, which, you know, isn't surprising, but there it is. Right. Let's go get our try-hard spear. I'm just going to have another sip of coffee. It's getting cold. Lovely. Right. Saint Bident. I know this is quite treasured among the try-hard dueling community. They do like their pokey-pokies. I'll tell you what, let's keep that on. Let's read the Saint's Bident. Silver Bident decorated by a holy symbol, formerly wielded by Saint Klimt. Saint Klimt that we knew from Rosaria's fingers. The Covenant item is mentioned in there. He discarded this weapon that draws upon one's faith on the day he put his own faith behind him. So, Klimt served Rosaria, again, or whoever Rosaria was, and he discarded this Bident when he left his faith behind him, so his faith in Rosaria and the Way of White. So he discarded that, potentially to ally himself with Aldrich and the Deacons and the Deep, perhaps, or maybe he just wanted nothing to do with it anymore and he just fucking said fuck it, up sticks and left. I don't know if we hear any more about Saint Klimt. Saint Klimt, does it say Saint Klimt there? Archdeacon Klimt. Ooh, that's an interesting little lore tidbit. Sacred Seal of Archdeacon Klimt and the Bident of Saint Klimt. That's very interesting. So Klimt, whoever this person was an archdeacon and then became a saint. And obviously being a saint is a little more impressive than being an archdeacon. So if anyone can think of any items or any lore points that relate to Saint Klimt, I would very much like to hear them. He seems like a very interesting character in the lore. Right, so we've done all that, we've collected that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really needs doing. I think it's just the Deacons now. And I know they're a gimmick boss fight, but I think they're one of the... Oh shit. Oh, I was invaded? When was I invaded? I didn't notice that. Oh fuck. Oh, good job. Maybe he just couldn't find me. That was probably what it was. Right, okay. Right, these guys are fucking assholes. Oh, especially these fucking Deacons. No, I don't want to aim at him. No, I want to aim at him, please. Thank you. Oopsie daisy. Oh, bugger. God, these guys are assholes. Right. Charge that. Get him. Yeah. Got him! Right, you guys can fuck the hell off. Right, not gonna wake these guys up. Right, so I've already done that. Patches. Oh, we can do that afterwards, actually. Yeah, we can go find Sigurd and give him his armor back. Right. Alright, so we're quite close to the boss fog now, so I don't mind stopping to take stock, because if any invaders turn up, we can just go through the boss fog. Right, so yeah, this is what I was talking about, these statues. You can't see them, but the sort of the shape of them looks like the crying woman statue we saw at in the cleansing chapel, with her hand on her face like that. So they've all been covered up with these red robes. We've got like an altar here that's sort of dishevelled and sinking down, and again it's got the same statue. So the worship of this woman, I'm now convinced these statues are of Rosaria. You know, it is no longer practiced here in the cathedral, and only the way of Aldrich remains. Mob enemy ahead, therefore try ally. Alright, so we can summon Horace, and we can summon Henri. Oh shit. It's him again! Can I... Alright, are we going to fight this guy, or am I going to just go for the boss? Can I just... I want to go for the boss. Oh fuck, he's got Carthus Shotel, you never see that! Oh, I love that weapon, that's so good. Alright, fuck it, I want to go at it. Come on. Let's do this. If things get too hairy, I can always... Come on, let's fight. You want to fight? Oh. Oh, GG. He was nice and squishy. I love that he was using the Carthus Shotel. You never see that weapon. It's such a fucking stylish curved sword. I was thinking about sticking that. I'm working on an invasion dex build, and I really want to stick on the Carthus Shotel. Excellent. That was nice to see. Okay, so fuck it. Let's summon Henri and Horace. I mean, don't fucking need to. This boss is a fucking cakewalk. But they came to find Aldrich. So let's see if we can go find Aldrich then. Horace the Hushed, Henri the Restorer. We were going to talk. We didn't. I don't think we ever talked about Henri and Horace too much when we met them at the Road of Sacrifices. But Horace, obviously, he's the one that gives you the Blue Sentinel's Covenant. Come on, boys, let's go. I think you can summon Cirrus here, actually. Yes, you can. Since we've got the dried finger, we can get Cirrus in here as well. She's not much use. She's got that pokey sword. Yeah, so Horace obviously is a Blue Sentinel, and he gives you the Covenant, and that makes a lot of sense given that he has lost his tongue, presumably, to a finger of Rosaria, and so he's pledged himself to the Blue Sentinels to, you know, fight against Rosaria and her fingers. Which, again, it makes so much sense. He lost his tongue. He escaped with Henri from the cathedral from Aldrich. He lost his tongue to a finger. That makes so much sense. They sort of that's fantastic. Yeah, that all makes sense. It all collects together nicely. All the information about Horace and the cathedral. Right, let's fucking do this. I know I'm rambling a little bit. I'm sorry if it's a little bit incoherent, but that makes you get what I'm saying, don't you? Sort of the aspects of Horace, like the fact that he lost his tongue to potentially a finger of Rosaria, makes sense given that he was located within the cathedral where Rosaria is. Right. Fucking smack them about. Even with two summons, I'm like, God, how easy this would be just on my own. Right, where's the doodads? Thanks, I'm just going to stick on the charcoal pile, so using the actual bundles, sorry, resins. Come on guys, you let the team... No, I don't want to backstab, thank you. Those fat ones are fucking assholes. I do like this boss fight. I know it's gimmicky as hell. As far as gimmick boss fights go, and sort of mob bosses, dance like better than mob bosses with Dark Souls 2. Take Deacon to the Deep any day of the week. Prowling Vegas. Let's just go for... Stop healing! I didn't know he could cast healing miracles. No fucking way. How very interesting. No, don't cast force. See, they're using Way of White miracles because no. Lore. So much lore. Right, thanks guys. Thank you Henri, thank you Horace for keeping the rest of them busy. So we get Small Doll and the Soul of the Deacons of the Deep. Right, let's give them a quick readeroo, shall we? So, what was it? Silverwork doll depicting a young squire. Small silverwork doll depicting a young squire. In the legendary old city of Irithyll, situated in the Boreal Valley, the Pontiff Sullivan gave this doll to valued subjects so they might use it to cross the barrier when they return home. Listen carefully and you can hear it say, wherever you go, the moon still sets in Irithyll. Wherever you may be, I am the Lord of the... Irithyll is your home. I think we find larger versions of that statue of the doll actually in Irithyll. That's quite interesting. And you see he's got a like a crescent moon, a broken crescent moon behind him. Obviously makes sense, Irithyll being the land where the moon never sets. And we get the soul of the deacons. One of the twisted souls, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. After Aldrich left for the Boreal Valley, Archdeacon Royce remained in the cathedral with the high priest to keep eternal watch over their master's coffin. So that, who we just killed, was Archdeacon Royce. Very interesting. And if we set at the bonfire but don't leave, we'll get the cool one of the coolest sets in the game, the Pope set. So I believe that's Archdeacon Royce. Yep, look at him. Like your staff, mate. So we get Archdeacon, White Crown, the Holy Garb, and the skirt. Something's telling me that they all have individual item descriptions. I could be wrong. White Crown, walked by an Archdeacon of the Cathedral of the Deep, Archdeacon Royce. Presented solely to delegates of the gods. Of the 3 Archdeacons of the Deep, one cast off his white crown and left the cathedral to stand by Aldrich. So that was Klimt, wasn't it? Because Klimt cast off his faith, as in, because this crown was given to, Archdeacons of the Way of White, so he discarded that along with his faith to go and stand with Aldrich. That would make sense. And Holy Garb. Yes, sign of the Way of White's highest rank. Excellent. One of the 3 Archdeacons of the Deep, one stood over Aldrich's casket with hope that he would return one day. So that was Royce. So Royce stood over the casket, who's the guy we just killed. Klimt is the guy who abandoned his faith to stand with Aldrich. And what does the skirt say? One underneath Holy Garb, one of the Archdeacons of the Deep, one attended to Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth, whom he deemed a goddess. Fucking lore, bitches. One attended to Rosaria, Mother of Rebirth, whom he deemed a goddess. Oh, who's the deacon that we find in Irithyll? The one where we get the Aldrich Faithful Covenant from? Oh, I fucking can't remember. Someone remind me that when we get to Irithyll and we get that fucking covenant, we'll go back and we'll read these descriptions, because this is good fucking shit. Yeah, I could. We're mining away at the lore cave, and we're getting down. We're almost hitting bedrock where we find the fucking lore of this place. Love it. One of the Archdeacons of the Deep, one attended to Rosaria. So one attended to Rosaria, one abandoned his, faith to stand with Aldrich, and one stood over his master's coffin. So we know of Klimt, and we know of Royce, and there's another one. There's the other guy. I fucking can't remember his name now. Oh, I love it. Fucking lore, bitches. Right, let's go to... Alright, let's go and give Sigurd his shit back. Hopefully we didn't need the pierce shield, otherwise I'm fucked and we've fucked up Sigurd's quest. I'm pretty sure you just need the armour.
Merciful goddess, mother of the forlorn.
That's an interesting point if we assume that this person crying is Rosaria. Merciful goddess, mother of the forlorn. Oh, are you Rosaria? Are you Rosaria, you fucking bitch? Oh dear. Miyazaki, please. Give me lore. Hook the lore up. Hook the lore up to my veins, please. I need it. Right.
Hello? Hello? Anyone there? Anyone at all?
Wow, that's interesting. That's a very familiar voice.
Oh. I know that voice. Just how long has it been? It's me! Siegfried of Katarina!
Sigurd, what are you doing down there?
I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere?
Alright, yes, we can throw it. Fucking, how did Patches steal Sigurd's armor? So, and how did he get into the well? And how does having his armor make getting out of the well easier? Completely fucking baffling. You'd assume that Patches tricked him down the well, somehow got his armor, and now because he's nude or has very little clothes on, he's embarrassed and he doesn't feel like he wants to get out of the well, sort of in the nud. So he needs his armor. Alright, Sigurd, here you go. Oh, we didn't fucking read the description. Never mind. We'll get the set later anyway.
My armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegfried of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet again, comrade.
Very good. Yeah, I wish there was a salute emote in the game, like, you know, like a military salute. That would be so cool. So we get our gesture.
No need to worry about me. With my trusty suit of armor, I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Until we meet.
Why do you need your suit of armor to get out of here? Honestly. Unfortunately, there's no way to sort of peek the camera in to see him. I don't think he has a model down there. It's just a voice. Right. That was very, very fucking fun. Got our lore chops on. And we got killed by a duelist. Very good duelist. And we managed to smash another invader. So next time, everyone, we'll have a brand new build. And we'll go and I think we'll have to deal with the Farron meme dancers, and then we can go into the catacombs. So alright everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.